I had a very significant event in my life that had me very depressed, and I was at an extreme low point. Wasn't sure just where my life was going. And it affected my marriage, it affected my work, it affected all kinds of things, and it affected my relationships here at church. Major depression.
Realizing over the years how it's so easy to put everything else in front of what matters the most, you know. Thought I was too far gone. As I was stuck in survival mode for so long, you know, from being homeless to losing everything to not even being able to clearly hear him clearly.
Kind of went from having no faith, and then, you know, you have your first child. It's it rocks your world in every way. And I just had this knowing, holding my daughter for the first time, that if I can feel this much love, that this is coming from somewhere else. This is not just from me.
How do you differentiate, like, what do you want me to do? And I don't like not knowing all of the plan, and I feel like God's like, yeah, get used to that.
It was just like, oh my gosh, I'm now this lead pastor and I've got to lead all of this thing and I have no idea what I'm doing. And then kind of throw it into, and like, oh, well, maybe I could just start tapping into some of these like practices I'm learning about.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh my gosh, maybe we should do this as a church. So it wasn't purposeful at all. It was just, but that's kind of what makes it exciting.
My whole life, I just thought, oh, we're just following Jesus. Like, he is the teacher, and we are just following him.
Yeah.
But it hit differently that we are following him to learn to be like him so that we can do what he did.
Just kind of opened the door to, there's something more here that I need to not only experience for me, but for the sake of my daughter.
Am I about to make this decision? You know, I think that was kind of the tipping point. And from there, you know, I was doing Bible studies, I was putting in practices. And then finally I was just like, you know, I just need to take the leap.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be ready for it. I need to do it. I think I doubted that a little bit, you know, just the like, I was almost waiting for God to transform me before I had given him my all. And I think God was trying to tell me, like, give me your all and then let me transform you.
I know that there are people here that regret decisions that they've made. You know, I've made some terrible decisions as well. It's never too late to get started. All you have to do is just put that first foot forward.
That I serve a God who can move mountains. He can bring me out of any darkness or any feelings that I have. Coming here and him, you know, showing or bringing me to White Oak has definitely, from the valley to the mountaintop, you know, I'm just in awe.
God was always there, and he never left me.
This idea of being formed and shaped into the image of Jesus for the sake of others, it has to be a culture shift at White Oak. It has to be a lifestyle.
He wants to be shown. He wants to have that relationship with you, that morning coffee or that evening, you know, pillow space. Like, include him, you know, and that's where he had me. You can wake up early to work out, but what about me?
The point of living like Jesus is freedom, right?
Yeah.
Like, we take on so much unnecessary busyness, unnecessary pressures, when Jesus, he just wants to offer us freedom and a simplified way. We're supposed to live simply.
Yeah.
And I just have really kind of learned to find joy in my faith, thoroughly just enjoying my friendships or enjoying just sitting with my family or just enjoying my drive.
You can go to God with your brokenness and all that you are and trust that he'll transform you, but you just need to give it over to him first instead of holding out on him.